Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nikki the Boss and I just wanted to basically start this video in reference to a video I made last year where I was talking about being one with the universe. I was using a slinky analogy that I had, and unfortunately the video was a little bit low quality, so it was very blurry. The Wi-Fi wasn't working very well at the time because I was sitting in my car and just speaking, but you can hear me. If you can watch that video before this one, I would definitely appreciate it, because this is kind of just like a continuation of that video, so that I'm not kind of repeating myself, and also that you can see that even from a year ago, that was February, I think 27th, 2019, either the 27th or the 28th, to today, May 31st, 2020, we have actually been through a lot, especially with the pandemic and everything going on with the coronavirus. I want to address that because I was even talking about how the world needs love and change, and how there needs to be something to help us change and see the reality. And sometimes we have to go through these dark times to be able to see the good and the reality. And I like to use this phrase as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Many of you have heard it. Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. Many of you have heard this phrase before, and it's so true. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death really means to stay focused, because you are in a transition, so you are changing, and you're going to see a lot of either your past or things that will trigger you and make you feel that you cannot see the light. But if you allow yourself to realize that these are just triggers in the old past, and that you have control over everything that you do, you have control over your life, you can make it through those shadows and not let the shadows interfere with seeing the light. And that's what I want to embrace. All the smoke that you're seeing is from some incense that I like to use and meditate on, because I am getting more into spirit, into self, and realizing that I do really have control over my life. Hence, Nikki the boss of myself. A lot of people question me like, oh, you're not the boss of me. First of all, it just shows where your vibration is in life and whether you're enlightened or not, because you should know that you are the boss of yourself. And therefore, I'm not trying to be anybody else's boss. I just want to be the boss of my life, in control over my character in this matrix world, this video game that we live in, as I see it, or movie, as I see it, as I perceive it. Also, the reason why I want to make these videos on YouTube, if you will follow me on Instagram, I'm going to actually make a personal page just for my YouTube videos. It's going to be Nikki the Boss, the advice page, or just life in general. I might just name it Nikki the Boss Life Page, all about life page. Just giving myself ideas, because this is my first video once again. And I just want to say that today was a great day. I also have a podcast with a team of 3 other individuals, another female, Jada love you girl, Cheo, two men, Cheo Efeo, and Zylo, your host with the most, and me, of course, Nikki the Boss. And in that podcast, we like to embrace the fact that there needs to be a change in the world, and we want to come together as all 4 individuals, but to utilize our individual powers, as we like to call it, almost like the Avengers, almost like having a superhero power when you understand life and you come in tune with life. And so we want to be the change we wish to see in the world by coming together and showing love and support to one another and being each other's helping hand. We are all leaders, and we need to embrace that more instead of violence and hate. And during this time, especially with the coronavirus happening, this has shown a lot of hatred, that has shown a lot of racism with the riots and everything, has shown a lot of true colors. Also, how people can't handle being alone, And that's a shame. We were also talking about the suicide rates and everything. But just to give you a little bit about that background so that you can follow that page as well, my Above the Media page, because I want to incorporate all the things that I do into my own individual life as well, because I want to show you that I am versatile and that I have many up and coming projects that I am trying to manifest, and I will manifest. As I say, I am a billionaire. I'm just waiting for that check to clear, because it's real. Once you tell yourself these things, the law of attraction works in your favor. And it is also to help you love yourself, and you're able to love others, and you're able to bless others. And with those blessings, you do receive the blessings back. Don't expect anything, because that's not what you should do with interest. You should do things with love. And so I just want to embrace that, and that's who I really am. Sorry, my mouth is a little dry when I'm trying to, express myself. And I also want to incorporate these videos to also show a different side of me, because I have been hurt in the past, and therefore I've incorporated an alter ego, which is Nikki the Boss, and many other alter egos along the way. And what I want to say is that my real self wants to love. My real self wants to let go of those triggers that have caused me to kind of be someone else. And although it is a part of me and it is my character, I want to just say that I have a soft side, because a lot of people know me to be like, bossy and, a go-getter and demanding, and, I strive to do the best and whatever. But I also have a soft side that a lot of people don't see. They kind of think like I'm literally like this superhero that doesn't go through anything bad. And this is more of my soft side, to kind of let you understand who I really am and what I'm about and what I want to do for others. But it starts with self. And so this video, I do want to talk about understanding self and making it your everyday to understand and to love yourself before anything, before you put your energy into anything else, whether it's schooling, whether it's having children, whether it's having a relationship, getting married, even down to having pets or your job. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to love anything around you, okay? And it's true, because there has been times, and I'm using personal experiences that I feel you can understand and relate and see the change from where I came from and as to who I am now and where I will be in the future. Because the future me, like I said, I'm a billionaire, and it has nothing to do with the money. But the money will help me utilize the things I need to fulfill my purpose. And that's why I set my standards or my goals or my dreams high with the money aspect part by saying I will be a billionaire. But in reality, I will be rich in my soul. Okay, so that has no amount of money really that can put a price to it. I'm just giving myself that affirmation to let myself know that I will get there. And so I want to be able to help you understand that you can get there too if you love yourself and you really, truly embrace your uniqueness and face your fears. We're so scared to face our fears. That's why we get into wrong relationships. We project a lot of the triggers, a lot of the things that bother us into other people. And sometimes it might not even be the other person. It might just be you as a person seeing these things because they aggravate you. They tick you off because it's a trigger from something that may have happened to you tragically in the past. We need to let that go. And I also want to incorporate maybe working on like little therapeutic exercises that can help myself and you as the viewer, just to kind of like open up like a little online YouTube community of being one with each other. A lot of people they have fear of speaking with other people people because they feel rejected. They feel no one listens to them. I was there. I was that person. I was naive. I would do anything anybody asked me because I do things with a giving heart, but then people were using me and abusing me. And I got to a point where everyone was using me, whether it was friends, my jobs, relationships, like family members. It was just everywhere I was going, and it was because I was projecting that. And so you have to come in tune where those tragic moments have happened in your life. Some people go through, I'll use like getting bitten by a dog, for instance. Maybe they have gotten bitten by a dog when they were like 4 years old and they still remember that. So therefore, anytime they go to a friend's house that has a dog, like it triggers them. The dog could be like a lovely pet dog, where it's like it just wants to cuddle next to you, and you're just like, no, I'm scared, because of the trigger. I'm just using something lightly like that. Or there could be triggers where someone, not for nothing, can become a murderer because they've seen their parents, or they've seen their father, or someone in their life figure beat on women, or beat on animals, or just be very abusive, be very negative, and that can cause someone to become a killer because of those triggers. Maybe they see something that triggered that moment and they just feel the need to kill. It's real, and we have to take these things serious and really get into depth with self, because we can drive ourselves crazy. We can sit here and say how we don't love ourselves because we get caught up in the hurt that we've been through. And I want to say I've been through that, and I've been hurt, and I've been negative towards people that may have wanted the best for me, but I didn't know because I pushed them away. I've been ugly. I've been a person that I couldn't control at that moment because I felt like I needed to have a voice. I needed to stand my ground and become this person that will never ever let anyone step all over me, and no one abuse me, no one to put their hands on me, no one to tell me what to do, no type of authority. And at the end of the day, I realized that there's good to it, because you stand your ground and you defend yourself, and but then when you get to a point where it's ugly and you hurt people along the way because of it, that's where it's no good. And you have to sit back and reevaluate yourself, like, damn, I was really mean to this person when they had no reasoning for what has happened in my past. They have no fault in that. And so we need to, like I said, take a step back. Like in my last video, as I said, hopefully you've watched my last video as I requested in my first video. Thank you very much if you did, if you sat there through the 18 minutes of it. I know that it was very blurry, and I'm sorry for that, but if you hear the message, that's really what the importance of it is. If you realize that I am everything around me, down to my chapstick, because someone had to create this chapstick to be able to medicate my lips so that my lips don't feel dry, that they don't feel like they're about to fall off. If we realize that we are creation, we are created for a purpose, it's a beautiful thing, and we kind of start seeing the world in a different way. And it's what I said, and I mentioned a little bit before, it's almost like you realize you're in the Matrix, you're like in a game that you have to beat, and you have to conquer, and you have to get to the end, obviously. And it feels good because you're able to understand life in a universal way, in a spiritual way, in a way that it's not just human confined in this brainwashing way of thinking. Like, think about the animals. They may not be able to speak the way we speak, but they speak to each other. They speak in a way where they know how to survive. They know that they have to go to a river to drink water. They know that they have to hunt the predator to eat. They know that they have to clean themselves. They know that they have to take care of their children. And it's off of instinct. And they don't fight the way we fight. If they do, it's to protect one another. You know, there's a difference. Sometimes we know we want to protect ourselves, but there's abuse, especially now with how social media is and how there's so much that goes viral, and how people want to do things for the clout, for the fame, just to have a video, just to say that there's somebody. You know, it's not right. It's not pretty. It's ugly. It makes you think, like, what has humanity become? You know, like I said, it makes you think differently. You don't think like a regular human. You think almost like an alien, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, because it's not normal human brainwashed thinking, egotistic thinking, materialistic thinking, sexual thinking. You think beyond, like I said, a universal level. I'm sorry if I say and things. Like, I'm learning to be able to speak without having to fill words like and stuff. But thank you regardless. It's part of my growth, and this was just for me to have a little short video to let you know and introduce you to more videos to come, because I really do want to express myself and also give advice or get advice. So if you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, please do leave comments and questions below. Follow me on my new page. I will put the new page after this video, because I gotta kind of think of a name. I'm leaning with Nikki the Boss, the life experience page, or something like that. I'll leave the link below and let you know, or the advice page, you know, where I give advice and everything. And like I said, just kind of showing you a little bit of me, my life, and the things I plan to do, and just kind of also just motivating and be therapeutic. Like I said, this is very therapeutic for me, and I like to have open up my chakras, meditate, and have my incense, and embrace love and happiness. And I just want to say thank you for listening. And if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, you know, for when I come on, and help me to share my link on your Facebook pages, and just to kind of help me start this process, because I just want to spread love and positivity, and a lot of people don't do that nowadays. There's a lot of dumb shit, not for nothing, that gets viral, and things like this won't. And if you can help me, support me, I promise you the world will be a better place because of you. Okay? I love you and I thank you. Remember, I am that I am, meaning I am you and you are me. Namaste. Good night, everyone. Peace, love. Peace, love. Peace, love, and happiness. Thank you.